everybody, welcome back to the show and tell show. So this week, Penetanguishene Centennial Museum challenged Huronia Museum to something. So we're saying hi to Hey, Genevieve.
Hi.
Hi, Genevieve and me, Nahanni from Huronia Museum. I forgot who's who. I was only away a week. It's not that bad. And Jan and Nicole over at Penetanguishene Centennial. So you challenged us. I was away last week and I have no idea what the challenge was. So go ahead and present and let me know. Or do you want me to guess?
All right. Well, it's so funny that I predicted that you probably wouldn't have watched last week to know what the theme is, because the theme is we knew that this might be your last episode because you are leaving Huronia Museum. So we decided we wanted to pick an artifact that maybe you would like, something that might interest you, something that maybe reminds us of you, something along that line. So it's all about Nahanni today.
Aww.
Now, I came up with that theme, didn't look at my collection after I came up with that theme. And it's very hard to come up with, one artifact that, for you. So it was very difficult, especially because we've been doing the show for almost a year. We've done over 45 episodes, and I feel like we've picked a lot of those interesting artifacts, especially ones we want to interest you to. So we're always thinking about what you'd be interested in. So the artifact I went with, I'm sorry if it's a little disappointing, but I thought the one thing that really stuck out for me after doing this show for years, that you love kitchen gadgets and you love gadgets of any kind. That was one thing you seemed very excited about. So I was trying to look through all of our kitchen gadgets to see anything neat that we have. So this might be a disappointing gadget of the kitchen variety, but that was what I was trying to go for. But it is a staple in the museum world too. So I kind of want something that, we all have. So can you guess what I have here for you?
I'm going to guess it's an apple corer.
That is a good guess, but I've already shown one of those.
Okay.
So that
a butter churn.
Yes, a butter churn.
Oh.
A very small butter churn here, because that is something we all have in museums.
Absolutely.
And but if you look at the history of butter churning, it's been going on for thousands and thousands of years, especially in Europe and in Asia and Africa. Before they were milking cows, they were milking goats. And a lot of them would be, putting them into animal sacks and just beating them, or putting them on the back of an animal and just letting the animal ride around with something, with a sack full of the goat's milk to become milk. It wasn't until the 1800s that we do have these different kinds of apple churns. And as you know, the very famous one we normally would show off, and I'm sure you have one of these, is the dash style. And then we also have the barrel style.
Yes.
Right there. And then you get to the smaller sizes, and this is our smallest one. And this is something that you would have, probably into the early 1900s. And that would be, it's right in here. There's glass. You have right here is where you would move it. And then, of course, this paddle in here would move the butter to churn it away to make it into butter. I did look up, and you can purchase one very similar today if you really want them, for someone like you who has everything.
I do.
This is what a modern day one looks like, $64.99. So you can have your own, which looks very similar.
Did you find that on Amazon?
Yeah.
Not that Jeff Bezos needs a plug or anything, but
actually, this was not on Amazon. This was actually on a different site, but I'm sure if I try not to go to Amazon, so I went to a different site and saw this. But yeah, you can purchase one for your house now if you like.
I think I need one. Yeah. I do, because I don't know if you know this, but I'm very much like, I cook like every day. We don't eat out, I even make my own mayonnaise. Like I don't buy mayonnaise. And I thought it would be really cool. Like I just keep taking it to the next level. Like I make her own bread and, and whatever. That would be my next level, is like making my own butter.
Yes.
you know, so I think I need one. Oh my God, thank you for showing me that. I didn't know they existed in like tabletop size.
And a cow, you need a cow.
I need a cow too.
Yes.
Wayne knows people. with
Yeah.
cows.
You have room now, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I
Sure.
do.
Yeah.
I should be getting
You
a
could have
cow.
one cow, one goat, and then you could switch it up.
We need chickens too.
Oh.
They don't make, but I love eggs. I need those for mayonnaise.
Yeah, you need your
So-
eggs for your mayonnaise, so you better get those too.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I may as well just become a farmer. I think I was meant
There
to be
you
a
go.
farmer. Last thing in the world I
yeah.
thought I should be, but yeah, I should
But
probably
your
be
mom
a farmer.
was very much like that too, wasn't she?
She was.
Yeah.
She was. I
Yeah.
did not eat the legendary craft dinner until I was 18.
Yeah.
Like that's how I grew up. Yeah. Yeah. And I think it's a lifestyle choice. It's a lot of, you give up a lot of time to make your own food, but
Yeah.
yeah.
At least I know what's going into it.
But you know what's going into it, and I enjoy it. I enjoy it more now that I'm older. I appreciate it more. I wish I had done it for my health many, many years ago, but oh well, better late than never. What do we have, Genevieve?
All right, I have brought in this lovely little item. It doesn't have anything or not much to do with the kitchen. It's a tiny Wendat.
We can't hear you. I can't hear you, Genevieve.
Wendat. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I
If you move it
can.
away from your face.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
it is not an adult pot. It's a juvenile pot. That's what it's called in the.
We can't hear you again. There.
Oh goodness me.
Sorry.
It's a juvenile. Okay. A juvenile pot.
Oh.
Yeah. So it was the Wendat had, I guess, they were divided very strictly along lines of sex. So you've got tasks that were taken over by women and tasks that were taken over by men. And one of those tasks that were performed by women was the making of pots. And the learning of that started when you were very young. And so this is a juvenile pot, something that a child would make. Interestingly, the other pots in our collection, the juvenile pots in our collection, or the fragments of them are all undecorated. And this one, you probably can't see it, but it's got incised lines on it. And it just made me think of Nahanni when I saw it. And can you add anything to that, Nahanni? Why?
I just love, that's one of my favorite pieces in the collection.
Yeah, it's really nice.
It's a beautiful example. You don't often see, I don't have my gloves if you can hold it up. Oh, just use your glove for a sec. You can really, it's small compared to the pots that are found. You can come and see our collection. They're big. You can see how small it is.
Yeah.
And I just love the idea, because what we seem to forget is we talk about, what people did in history. They farmed, they got up at this time with the cows, but all those people were once kids and had to learn how to do that. And we kind of forget kids in history, that they grew up. And I love the idea of oral history, artisanal knowledge just being passed on. It's something we don't do the best job of as much anymore. I think we're trying to. I think we're becoming more aware of it. But this is just such a great example of, a skill set that, was just so important. And, little kids, some of the juvenile pottery we have is really not as pretty. And when we find those artistic pieces, even if you want to look at stuff that's brought out of, Egyptian tombs, they're gorgeous. But whoever was learning that trade at some time was a kid and probably did a really kind of crappy job. Not everybody is just, your skill develops over time. And this is just such a great example of someone with a lot of skill at a young age. I'm sure the pots that this young woman made when she was a full-grown adult were gorgeous. Yeah. So anyway, I like that. Because we seem to forget kids, and that, kids were very busy and a big part of what was going on in life, and eventually grew up to do all those things we talk about in history world.
Yes.
Great point.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is like one of my favorite pieces in the collection. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. And it's
beautiful.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's a gorgeous thing. So next week, we have a new executive director starting on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
His name is Mark Schilling. And so he will be here on your show.
Wow.
So what I'd like to suggest is, since we are challenging you, is maybe we have some welcome things in our collections. You know, maybe some welcome banners from different events or something like that.
Yeah.
Just to welcome the community, and everybody can get to know them on the show and tell show as well.
Great. Sounds good.
Sounds great.
Okay. Well, I love it. We'll still stay in touch. I'm still around. But yeah, I'm off to different things, and yeah.
Yes,
And we can have you as a guest. You can come on as a guest.
I can return as a guest. That's right.
You
so
can.
If anytime you need a special guest, I'll come and be special for you, Jan.
Okay.
I'll come and be special for you. Thanks for joining us again, everybody. And for the past almost year, it's been so much fun doing this show, and it's going to continue. It's going to be an awesome show, and it's going to make everybody super famous on here. I'll see you on the History Channel someday, I'm sure. And I can say I knew you all then.
Yes.
Bye,
That's right.
everybody. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.